Cody, I am so glad to have you on board today. Thank you for making time to see me because I've been really excited today. Award season has finally kicked off, and today came the Golden Globe nominations, and I've been really looking forward to it. And because you have done this with me the last two times, I thought I'd bring you straight with me to discuss the Golden Globes this year. How are you feeling about this today?
Mostly good. A little surprised at the turnout, but mostly in a good way because this is, I guess, because it's not the Hollywood Foreign Press anymore. It's a different organization. We got a lot of. It didn't go typically the way Golden Globes normally go.
Yes.
Got a lot of international recognition, though I'm hearing it looks like the Golden Globes are just kind of copying what the critics circles and critics awards have been going thus far, and who knows. But yeah, overall it's mostly interesting, and when we get to it, I think you could easily see 10 of the 12 films that are nominated for Best Picture end up being the Oscar nominated films.
Yes, exactly. However, and just to let you guys watching know, we're only doing the film stuff. Yes. Glad we got that cat out of the bag. Now let's go on to the elephant in the room and talk about the new category, which I think is a bit of an odd choice because this is showing that film should be rated by their box office numbers, not their artistic decisions. What do you think, Cody?
Well, I think this is dumb for a lot of reasons. One, I don't even understand it because this was shot down when the Oscars thought about doing this 5 or 6 years ago.
Exactly.
Because it's like you're not recognizing certain films, like you said, for their artistic integrity just because they were a popular movie. That being said, you also get ridiculous films that probably would not normally get nominated because they're not in that kind of competition.
Yeah.
Also, these aren't the 8 most highest grossing films of the year. We got the top 4 in there for sure, but so whatever. And also Barbie and Oppenheimer could potentially win in their respected categories, so I don't really understand why it's here because Barbie's probably going to win this award.
Yes. So we'll dive into nominations quickly. The nominees are Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, John Wick Chapter 4, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, Oppenheimer, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. And I'm going to have to say, the Taylor Swift one shouldn't be there.
That's in there just because they want Taylor Swift to show up at the Golden Globes. I mean, it was...
Just invite her along. Get her to perform a number before the ceremony.
I mean, it was highly popular. It was the most popular movie till November. It pretty much swept the box office in October. But yeah, also I'm like the majority of the films. I didn't see the Taylor Swift concert movie, so I can't say whether it's good or not. But most of these are some of the best movies of the year, regardless if they're also the highest grossing movies of the year.
Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, I can see Barbie winning this one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to win it.
Yeah. Now, with that all said and done, we can move on to the proper awards now.
So next up is Best Animated Motion Picture.
Yes, take it away, Cody. What are the nominees?
The nominees are The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Super Mario Brothers, Suzumi, and Wish. So the 2 surprises here for me is Super Mario Brothers and Suzumi. Suzumi definitely is worthy of the nomination, but where are the Ninja Turtles?
That is a good point. Where are the Ninja Turtles? As if you know me, Cody, that's my favourite animated film this year until I see The Boy and the Heron.
Might change your mind. I think it's a low-key masterpiece. Personally, I think it's between Boy and the Heron and Spider-Man for this award.
Okay. Of these, my favourite so far is Elemental, but for its technical achievements in both filmmaking and animation, I'm going to give it to Spider-Verse.
Yeah, because I mean, whatever you think of the movie, the first one was an incredible film and like exceeded the bounds of what animation film could be, and this one did it again. Like they were like, "Hold my beer. We're going to even do more than what we did with the first movie."
Next one, it's Hold My Bottle of Scotch.
Yeah, and I just love that in every different Spider-Man universe we're in that movie, it's a different style of animation.
Definitely. It really set the boundaries. But yeah, I think Across the Spider-Verse and The Boy and the Heron will be the two big ones. And Boy and the Heron have been winning a lot at festivals and film circuits.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a motion picture and animation. Let's move on to Best Original Song. And we don't just have one, not two, but three Barbie songs. What I Was Made For by Billie Eilish, Dance Tonight by Dua Lipa, I'm Just Ken by Mark Ronson, and from Rustin we have Road to Freedom. From the Super Mario Brothers movie we have Peaches, and from She Came to Me we have Addicted to Romance.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. But apparently it's directed by...
I looked it up. It's got Peter Dinklage in.
Oh, apparently it's directed by Daniel Day-Lewis's partner, who's made a few movies. So, I don't know. I think one of the Barbie songs is going to get this. I don't know which one. I don't think Billie Eilish is going to win the Golden Globe. There's a potential chance if it gets nominated, she could win another Oscar. But I think it's probably either between Dance the Night and I'm Just Ken, but probably more so Dance the Night, even though I'm Just Ken's got the Man or a Muppet kind of style of song there.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And my biggest surprise was Peaches, because even though I do like the song and it is one of the best parts of the movie, I was surprised it actually got this far.
Yeah, that was another shock too, but I agree that was probably the best part of the movie, and I would have liked more of that than what we got in that movie, because Jack Black was probably the best part of the Super Mario Brothers movie in my mind.
100%. It went really, really good until they entered the human world in the third act. I want to see more of that Mario world.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it'll be one of the Barbie songs, and yeah, I think Dance Tonight. I've seen Dua Lipa live; she's fantastic.
Oh, that's cool, because yeah, it is. It's a bop. So I would not be shocked, and I guess we'll get to see what her acting capabilities are next year.
Oh yeah, so she's going to be in Matthew Vaughn's new movie, and yeah, he's another director who's also underrated.
He is underrated, but I hope Argyle's good, because I feel like he's been doing the same shtick for like a decade now, and that's partly because the last 3 films he's directed have been all Kingsman movies.
Yeah, you're right. He's just been doing Kingsman since X-Men.
Yeah.
He should have directed Days of Future Past.
He 100% should have directed Days of Future Past. That is an overrated movie. I don't hate it, but in my opinion, First Class is a better movie.
Fair enough. I like them both equally. And we shall move on to Best Picture in non-English language. Take it away, Cody.
We have Anatomy of a Fall from France. We have Fallen Leaves from Finland. We have, is it El Capitano
Yeah.
from Italy? Past Lives from the United States. I guess more than 50% of the films in Korean. I guess that's how it got the vote. Society of Snow from Spain and The Zone of Interest from United Kingdom.
Yeah,
I guess
I don't think it's fair that a film with a production based in the States and the UK should be eligible because they both speak English in those territories. But from what I've seen, I'm going to have to go with Anatomy from a Fall.
I really think it's between Anatomy of a Fall and A Zone of Interest. I guess my surprise is Past Lives getting in because it's made in the States, and
Yeah.
I don't remember it being that much in Korean, but maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe they just really wanted to recognize
It's
this
the
movie.
same with Minari.
Yeah, did Minari get an international or nomination? Ah, interesting. Yeah, and isn't Zone of Interest, even though it's shot in the United Kingdom, isn't it mostly in German?
Yeah, mostly in German and Polish.
Okay. But yeah, but I'm still shocked Past Lives got in for best non-English film.
Yeah, I've not heard of O Capitano.
Yeah, that one.
I've seen advertised, and it's funny because that was a title I had in mind for a project.
Oh.
And Society of the Snow is one of the films I'm looking forward to Netflix-wise.
Well, I guess it'll be on Netflix soon.
January.
There you go, January.
I'm hoping it's kind of the All Quiet of this year, if you get what I mean. A retelling of a story that was told in English before and now in its original language.
Ah, gotcha.
The Society of the Snow is the same story as Alive.
Right, that's right. Yeah. So that happened in Italy.
No, it happened in they're Uruguayan and they speak Spanish in Uruguay. Tasman and Justin's friend is from Uruguay.
But it's an Italian film?
Spanish.
Society of Snow, Spanish. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at El Capitan. Sorry, yeah, Society of Snow, Spanish.
Yeah, correct. So hopefully that will be interesting.
We shall see.
All right. Best original song is next. Are you ready?
You mean score?
Yes, best original score. And we have Ludwig Göransson for Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
Fredericks for Poor Things. The late, great Robbie Robertson for Killers of the Flower Moon. Mika Levi for The Zone of Interest. Daniel Pemberton, what a stud, for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And another big stud is Joe Hirashi for The Boy and the Heron.
I'm really shocked 3 of the films that got in here. I would not think they would be in this category. So I'm happy that both Spider-Verse, Boy and the Heron got in. And I'm kind of shocked Zone of Interest got a Best Score nomination, honestly.
I did watch the trailer. The music is very good.
That is what I've heard. I don't really know where this one's going to go. My gut is to.
I know. This is no competition to me, Cody. It's Oppenheimer.
That's where I feel like my gut's going, is that it's going to go to Oppenheimer. The only thing I could think of is maybe they want to do a posthumous Oscar for Robbie Robertson, but I mean, not Oscar, Golden Globe. But it's probably Oppenheimer. You're probably right.
Yeah, about to say. I know Ludwig's won an Oscar, but he deserves another one for that score. For that score alone, like it's like opera. And I rewatched Oppenheimer yesterday, and it's just poetry to my ears.
How many times have you watched that now?
4.
Dang.
Yeah, I've moved it back up to my number 1. So I've only seen The Killer twice. Right, ready for Best Supporting Actress?
Yes, so Best Supporting Actress is Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks in The Color Purple, Jodie Foster for Naiad, Julianne Moore for May December, Rosamund Pike for Saltburn, and Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. So quite surprised by the Rosamund Pike nomination, but I thought she was my favorite performance in that film.
Second favorite for me. I need to see Naiad, and I'm looking forward to The Color Purple. So I am left with the 4. I mean, Emily Blunt on paper kind of should win, but for me, it's Devine.
Yeah, I think she's gonna get it, but yeah, you're right. On paper, it seems like Emily Blunt should get it because of the recognition of the film. But I really think they don't give her much to do in that movie, and it's kind of sad because she's an incredible actress.
Because it's weird, because even though Florence is meant to be a minor character, she's given a little bit more to do.
Maybe she's just popping more.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a very solid group.
It is. This could be 5. I think with the we'll see. I don't think the Saltburn love's gonna spread throughout the awards, but it's a pretty good chance that the other 5 ladies could end up being the Oscar category here.
Definitely. Oh, and I love this category. I can see the majority of these being Oscar contenders. And
honestly, this is the top 6. Go for it.
Willem Dafoe for Poor Things, Robert De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling for Barbie, Charles Melton for May December, and Mr. Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things.
Yeah, this is no surprise here. This was exactly kind of, I think, where the race is right now. So the question is, does De Niro get snubbed at the Oscars, or does one of the Poor Things guys get snubbed?
Well, I've heard that Willem Dafoe's not in Poor Things for that long, so I can literally just see the other 5 being the Oscar contenders. But
also, I hear Ruffalo's quite good in it.
yeah, I've heard Ruffalo, and he looks really good in the trailer. But I think the race comes down to these 2 men that stole the show in this double feature: Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Gosling. And my money, I think Robert Downey Jr. is getting the career win.
You're probably right. But I would not rule out Charles Melton because he's doing really well.
I'm not ruling
he's
out
doing.
He was good in May, December.
He's doing really well at the Critics Awards. He won the Gotham Award, and he is having to do an incredibly hard task of giving a legitimate, straight, regular style acting performance against 2 titans who are doing over-the-top melodrama.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's hurting Charles Melton is his age, because awards, for whatever reason, typically don't like to give male actors an award when they're young.
Is that why Adrian Brody's the oldest at like 28?
You mean like is the youngest? Yeah. They typically don't. Yeah, they typically don't want to award a younger male for whatever reason, but they love a female ingenue.
I get ya. I get you, but yeah, I just see, nobody. They'll. I think it's just a career win for Robert Downey Jr. Obviously, who hasn't had nobody's had the career he's had.
Yeah, and it would be a deserved win. It's not like he's not giving a great performance in Oppenheimer. So
No, it felt like Oppenheimer was a good he's back kind of thing.
yeah,
He can
like
leave
he's
Iron Man
acting again.
behind. And he can leave Iron Man and do these kind of dramas now.
Agreed.
All right, but before we get into drama, let's talk about musical or comedy and the best actor in one of the two. Take it away, Cody.
Yeah, so the nominees for Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy are Nicolas Cage in Dream Scenario, Timothy Chalamet in Wonka, Matt Damon in Air, Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers, Joaquin Phoenix in Beau is Afraid, and Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction. So the Joaquin Phoenix nomination was the biggest surprise. So I
Yes.
did not expect that kind of love because it was such a mixed film when it came out.
You're not just saying that because I didn't like it, are you?
No, it was a mixed reaction from people who loved it and people who absolutely hated it and thought it was people applauded it for the swing. Other people thought, I can't believe they gave this guy carte blanche for this. It is John Waters' favorite movie of the year, though. And I'm more of its supporters. It's not going to be in my top 10, but I did enjoy it. And Joaquin Phoenix is great in the movie. But I think this is between Paul Giamatti and Jeffrey Wright, which I think both of them or one of them will probably end up in the Best Actor race at the Oscars.
Yeah. I'm giving it to Paul Giamatti. He'll win his second award. And if he does, I will check out the first movie he won a Golden Globe for. It's called Barney's Version.
Yeah, I don't even know what that movie is, but okay.
Well, yes. If he wins this, I will check it out and I will do a review on it. Right, you ready to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready for Best Actress.
Alrighty then, and we have Fantasia Barrino for The Color Purple, Jennifer Lawrence for No Hard Feelings, Natalie Portman for May December, Alma Poisty for Fallen Leaves, Margot Robbie for Barbie, and Emma Stone for Poor Things.
So I guess I didn't know Fallen Leaves was a comedy before now. So, and I hear it's kind of like a romantic comedy, but props for the Jennifer Lawrence nom and actually a actual comedy because it is a comedy. She's not winning though. I think it's between Margot Robbie and Emma Stone. I wouldn't rule out Natalie Portman though.
So out of these three I've seen, Natalie, Margot, and no, I'm not simple thing. Yeah. Natalie and Margot, I would give it to Natalie because she had a bit more strength in her performance, but I think awards got to go to Margot Robbie at some point. So best start now.
Yeah, and she's probably getting at least one Globe. If she doesn't win Best Actress, she's probably winning Best Musical or Comedy because she's a producer on that.
Exactly. But I think it is a good. I can see at least 1, 2, 4. Yeah, I can see 4 of them getting possibly.
Who's the fourth?
So Fantasia, Natalie, Margot, and Emma.
Oh, so you think Fantasia could actually win this one?
No, doesn't get a nomination for Oscar.
Oh, maybe, but I would put Fantasia pretty low on the list out of those.
Yeah.
Because we also got lead, and I'm pretty sure there's at least 1 or 2 locks in lead, too.
Yeah.
in the drama category here.
Oh yes. Did you want to read out the nominations?
Yeah, we have Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon, Carrie Mulligan for Maestro, Sandra, is the U silent? How do you
Holla.
Holler for Anatomy of a Fall, Annette Bening for Naiad, Greta Lee for Past Lives, and Callie Spaney for Priscilla. That was a shock for me too. I did not expect that to happen.
Would you really call Past Lives a drama? It's got some.
It's not a comedy though. It's not really like a comedy. And see, this is where it might hurt Fantasia is Greta Lee could get that fifth slot at the Oscars.
She deserves one of those slots.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of love for Past Lives here, so it might make it a bigger Oscar contender than some people thought it was going to not be because it was released so early in the year.
But yes, and I'm trying to look. I know Lily Gladstone's having success, but I'm not ruling out Carrie Mulligan. I think she's owed an Oscar. I think she's
don't rule her out, and yes, she is owed an Oscars because she should have got one 3 years ago.
Exactly.
But I think if Killers of the Flower Moon does only get one Globe, it's going to be for Lily Gladstone.
Yes. Yes. And shall we move on to the actors?
Oh, let's do it.
Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, Leonardo DiCaprio for Killers of the Flower Moon, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, Andrew Scott for All of Us Strangers, and my biggest shocker of the day, Barry Keoghan for Saltburn.
Yeah, that was a huge surprise. I did not see that one getting in. This is interesting. Do you think it's between Bradley and Cillian?
I think it's Bradley's.
You think it's Bradley's?
Don't rule out Coleman Domingo because he was fantastic in Rustin.
Yeah, but do you think he will win? Because I've heard the movie's so-so.
I mean, it's not bad. It is well made, and I like that director anyway. He's really good at getting great theatric performance out of his actors, and that's what he got out of Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the others are so-so. I completely forget that Chris Rock and Jeffrey Wright were in that movie now. But I don't think plus King Richard wasn't as I mean, it was great, but it wasn't in my top 10, and that won Will Smith the Oscar.
Did, but we are in a different year and a different awards body, and they're stronger. Stronger films.
The Golden Globe.
Yeah. I think the low-key person who might get in at the Oscars, and it just depends on how well All of Us Strangers performs the rest of the award season, but Andrew Scott could low-key get that fifth slot for Best Actor.
He is a good actor, and I would like to see that just to see what he's like in it.
I guess the question is, does Paul and Jeffrey both get in lead actor, and does Leo still get in for Killers of the Flower Moon?
I don't think he deserves it this time round. I'd rather see Coleman or I wouldn't even mind seeing Matt Damon for Air get in Best Actor.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's not, but it should. But they should at least consider it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a solid performance. I just think there's stronger films and performances that are too hard to ignore.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think Bradley Cooper's don't have a good award season.
I think he is. Even if he doesn't end up winning, I think he's going to get a lot of noms. don't get to see Maestro till it comes on Netflix, but
It's the day after my birthday, and I can't wait for it.
I'm hearing mostly great things about it.
Perfect. You ready to read out best screenplay nominees? Sorry.
Yes, and the nominees for best screenplay are Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach for Barbie, Tony McNamara for Poor Things, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Eric Roth and Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon, Celine Song for Past Lives, and Justin Treat and Arthur Hari for Anatomy of a Fall.
This is perfect because I can see 3 of these getting in original and 3 of these getting in adapted.
Yeah, so Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, and would Barbie be considered adapted?
No, Poor Things, because Barbie has more of an originality to it. They're letting it slide as original.
So is Poor Things based off a book?
Yeah, based on a book.
Okay, yeah. I guess biggest shock is no American fiction or holdovers in this category, but the Globes don't separate original and adapted.
They're probably bored of people arguing about it.
Which I haven't seen American fiction, but I hear that people thought that was going to get a screenplay nomination.
Yeah, I've heard that is good. I think that's adapted as well, so that might get that in the Oscars.
Yeah, it might. But our next category kind of shows maybe the holdovers isn't as strong of a contender this year.
Nope. Bradley Cooper is back in the chair because he's been nominated for Maestro for Best Director, along with Gerwig for Barbie, Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon, and Celine Song for Past Lives. No competition. It's Nolan's.
I think so. I think Nolan's getting this one.
Yeah.
But I was shocked 2 female directors got in for a nomination, which is good.
They both deserved it.
Absolutely.
In fact, all 6 of them deserve it.
All 6, yeah. I haven't seen Poor Things or Maestro yet, but, they both look like they're incredibly well shot, so...
Yeah.
That means Bradley Cooper wasn't a one-trick pony.
Nope. Well, Maestro might be better.
It might. We'll have to see.
All right. We're down to our last 2 categories.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
For Best Picture, musical or comedy. Spoiler, no musicals were nominated. They are Barbie, Poor Things, American Fiction, The Holdovers, May December, and Air. I think it's between Barbie and Poor Things.
Yeah, I think it's between Barbie and Poor Things. I'm gonna say more Barbie.
Yeah, because of course Poor Things is in limited release right now. It got a lot of love here. But there's still a lot of people who haven't seen Poor Things, and pretty much everyone in the universe has seen Barbie.
I don't know. I keep threatening my friends who haven't seen it. If they annoy me, I'm showing it them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Air was surprised here to get in. I guess it took the Color Purple's spot.
Yeah. I do like the holdovers.
It was a really well-made movie. I liked it a lot. It's not going to be in my top 10, but I am shocked that Alex... Huh? It will be in yours?
It might.
Yeah. But I'm shocked Alexander Payne didn't get a nominations here. But as we can see, it's a new Golden Globes.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, I hope American Fiction or Poor Things aren't going to be forgettable.
I haven't seen him yet, so I can't tell you, but I mostly have not heard anything like that about either film, especially Poor Things. So I don't think either one will end up being forgettable.
Yeah, I hope not. Because, like I said, they do have a habit of nominating films that end up being forgettable.
That has happened, but looking at these crop of films, I think it's a pretty good year.
Definitely, and I also think that in the drama category,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
we have Oppenheimer, Killers of Flower Moon, Maestro, Past Lives, The Zone of Interest, Anatomy of a Fallen, and yep, no competition. It's Oppenheimer's.
Yeah, I think Oppenheimer is going to win. I think so. I think it is still the favorite right now. If it remains the favorite throughout the awards season, we'll see. But yeah, I think it's more of that thing. I think Killers of the Flower Moon is going to get a lot of nominations, probably not a lot of wins.
Same as every Scorsese film.
Well, he won for The
Always the
Departed,
nominee, never the winner.
so he does have awards.
No, he deserves more awards that he has.
Well, I mean, you got two Titans here. You got a bunch of up and comers, and we got two art. Well, I don't really know how art house they are because I've heard Anatomy of Fall is basically just a courtroom drama.
Yeah, it's more of a courtroom drama. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to think that the guy who directed Sexy Beast would direct an art house film about Nazis.
Well, his last movie was an art house version of Species, so
Right. I'm trying to think about it. Sexy Beast has all those weird imagery going on, so yeah, he just sounds like a very creative experimental director. To be fair,
Do you think the director nominees, that's probably minus one of them, is probably what we're going to look at the Oscars too?
I can't see Bradley Cooper, but I can see the other five.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Cooper got in at the Oscars.
No, I wouldn't.
So we have the Critics' Choice.
And I wouldn't be surprised if one of them got snubbed and the Zone of Interest guy got nominated.
Jonathan Glazer got in. Yeah, that could happen. We'll see how Zone of Interest does. I don't think the Critics' Choice Awards on Wednesday is going to be as have as many international nominations as we did here.
Don't they normally go with a bit more of the popular choice?
They tend to do that. They tend to, I think, a lot of times try to guess how the Oscars are going to go. But with the new Academy branch, I think at least Zone of Interest or Anatomy of Fall gets in Best Picture. And there's a good chance both of them get in.
Definitely. And yeah, I probably would never introduce a system where it's drama, a musical, or comedy. I don't know why.
Well, I guess they kept it up because that's how the show's been, but I think before the Globes do this because they want to recognize another movie. So, like in the instance of giving it, so let's say it goes to Oppenheimer and Barbie, both of the biggest movies in the year, get awarded.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's kind of how they spread the love, I guess. But a lot of times in the past, the Golden Globes have been accused of placating to get certain celebrities to come to the show, and sometimes they nominate movies that aren't even really that good just because it fits the category of whatever they're nominating.
Oh, makes sense why that terrible Sia film was nominated.
Yeah. But from what I'm hearing, because I haven't seen all the 12 films nominated, and I don't think anyone's upset other than, some people who were long shots to get nominated. I know a lot of people who've already seen the Iron Claw are upset that Zac Efron doesn't have a bigger awards chance, and a lot of people out there really wanted Rachel McAdams to get a Best Supporting Actress nom for Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Yes, but because we're going on to my awards, the Fleming Awards, if you haven't already, go to Facebook and join the group. I have shortlisted her as one of the nominees. How we're going to do it this year is the same way we did the Halloween Awards.
Okay.
Yes, I'll be picking one nominee from each category as my golden buzzer, and last 5 will be voted on by the voters of the Fleming Awards.
Okay.
Make it more for the people.
Power of the people.
Power of the people, exactly.
So nobody get upset what ends up getting the choices because it's in the power of your hands.
Exactly.
Also, it's made up, so getting upset is kind of silly. It's Robbie's kind of made up awards, just like the Golden Globe, except they actually have trophies.
Yeah, I wish we could afford the ceremony.
Well, that'd be fun, but can we afford to invite all these famous people to come?
I mean, I'm just a dreamer, and I just dream for one day the Fleming Awards to be not bigger than definitely bigger than the Golden Globes, but not as big as the Oscars. Like more on par with the Oscars.
On par with the Oscars. Okay.
Well, one can dream, can't they?
What movie that's not on this list do you think could sneak into Best Picture nomination?
That is a really good question because I really want to see Across the Spider-Verse nominated for Best Picture this year.
Yeah, so I think you said one international film, one animated film, and one film nominated by a woman at least.
Directed by a woman, yes.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure
Yes.
Barbie will get in, and there's a pretty strong chance Past Lives is going to get in at this point.
Yeah.
And I think we'll at least get one, if not 2 international films. But yeah, it'd be nice for either Across the Spider-Verse or Boy and the Heron to get into the Best Picture race because they're both.
Boy and the Heron's both, same with Anatomy of a Fall, so.
Yeah. So I would be happy if one animated film got in, because I think they need to be taken seriously as legit movies, just like Guillermo del Toro said. But we'll see.
See, they're all about international movies should be nominated more. They listen to Bong Joon-ho, but they don't listen to Del Toro.
Yeah, one step at a time, I guess.
Yeah, Del Toro best be working on his next animated film.
Wasn't he doing Frankenstein first?
After Frankenstein. Don't rush the man.
Yeah, I know. He's got to do Frankenstein first, and I don't think that's animated.
No, but that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yes. But overall, Cody, I'm not upset about any of the nominees. I think they're all wrong.
Yeah, other than the stupid category they added, I'm pretty happy overall.
Brilliant. And we'll get back together when the winners are announced, and we'll see how we feel about them.
Yeah, we'll also have a better, because I'm not sure what we'll at least know the critic choices come out later this week. I'm not sure when the guilds release their nominations,
Yeah.
but we should have a bigger sense of kind of where the award season's going.
Yes.
Because
the three I care about most are the Golden Globes, the BAFTAs, and the Oscars.
and when do the BAFTAs announce their nominations? Because I know the Oscars aren't till late January.
It's normally either before or after. It's normally just before.
Yeah, because theirs is usually like a couple of weeks before the Oscars, right? Their ceremony.
Yes, the ceremony is on. I've been planning out the new Fleming Awards schedule, and yeah, the BAFTAs is on the 18th of February.
Oh, it's almost a month.
Yep.
Yeah, so it looks like nominations will be announced Thursday, January 18th.
Sweet. Is that the Oscars or the BAFTAs?
That's the BAFTAs. So the Oscars have got to be like the next week, I think. But their ceremony is not till March. God, award season's long.
It is.
Let's see. Oh, these are predictions, but when is the nomination? Yeah, they'll name the Oscar nominations on January 23rd. Ceremony is March 10th.
Sweet. 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 I can't wait to talk about those as well. I am so looking forward to award season. You will not believe it. And it's better now that the Oscars will be on free television in the UK.
Oh, really? That's awesome. So, yeah. I mean, does that mean
I'll probably watch it on repeat the morning after?
Mm-hmm. Right, because I think they're starting earlier this year, but still, that's like the middle of the night for you.
That makes sense. That makes sense. They're starting early. They're probably trying to get more overseas viewers. Wink, wink. The UK.
Yeah, I can't remember when, but I think they're either starting. I think they're starting 30 minutes earlier.
Bro. Brilliant.
So 7.
Yeah, sorry, Cody. I'm just moving chairs quickly, so I need to plug in my laptop.
You're good. Trying to see if I can pull it up because I know they announced that not too long ago. Awards.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap up the video soon.
Oh, they're starting at 7 Eastern time. So yeah, 6 o'clock my time. That's 4 o'clock in the Pacific, in the West Coast. So yeah, it's like an hour earlier, hour and a half.
Sweet, and I'm looking. Who's hosting the Golden Globes, by the way?
Oh, who is hosting the Golden Globes? That's a good question.
Because they haven't announced it.
Oh, have they not? I mean, I know who's hosting the Oscars.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're saying who all declined to host it.
What? Never mind.
Oh, is this saying Amy Poehler and Tina Fey are going to host again?
That would be fun.
Because Chris Rock declined, Ali Wong declined. They tried to get Will Arnett, Sean Hayes, and Jason Bateman. They declined.
Did Ricky Gervais decline?
Don't know if they asked him, but he's nominated for Best Stand-Up Performance.
He'll probably win that, knowing the Globes.
Okay. No, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler also are not hosting. So no, they don't have a host yet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right. Anyway, I am going to end things here today. Cody, thank you very much for coming on board to talk the Golden Globes with me.
Absolutely.
And yes, let us know in the comments what you thought to the Golden Globes. Give us a like and subscribe for more videos. I'm going to be doing these more prediction videos with either Cody or Justin, whoever's available at the time. And we will talk. I will commentate throughout the award ceremony. Thank you very much, Cody. Hoping to join you again soon. And thank you very much. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye, Cody.
Thanks, Robbie. Bye.
Always a pleasure. Bye-bye.